Jaylen, let's just get this one out of the way. The 2 free throws at the end. I mean, obviously we know that probably feeling is probably not very good right now, but what are your emotions going through that and after that?
Just got to be better, to be honest. Tonight was just a rough game, and I'm a better basketball player than I played today. And those 2 missed free throws kind of embodied like the whole game, for me. Didn't really get it going, didn't give my team enough energy to win. And that's what happens when you don't come out and give your best. And I'll be better.
Joe talked about the team not giving it, basically saying you guys maybe getting bored with some of the details and not giving the full energy for the entire game. Do you see that from the team?
At times, yeah, and that's a part of a season, that also reflects leadership. So as one of the leaders and the leader of this team, I got to do better on making sure my energy is contagious to the rest of our group. And tonight was an example of that.
How do you guys avoid that? How do you get through the long season?
Just mentality, having a tough mind. I think Joe talks about it all the time, having mental toughness, and after losing 2 games tonight would be a great game to kind of show that. And we dropped the ball, and I dropped the ball as a leader. I didn't give out the energy needed to help my team win, and those 2 free throws at the end kind of just embodied that, my whole performance tonight.
Jaylen, you've improved your free throw shooting this year and your overall game. Is this one of those things where you take 100 free throws tomorrow? You look at the tape. How do you kind of bounce back from this?
I think for your own sanity, you just let it go. You come out, you keep playing basketball, and you come out and be a better version of yourself. I love this game, and I love the highs and the lows of it. It comes with it. So you don't shy away from it. You take it, you wear it, and you be better on the next one.
How do you deal with the humility of this game? I mean, you're told how great you are, and then there's nights like this where you want to avoid social media. How do you kind of deal with those things, those downs?
I done been through worse, to be honest. Obviously tonight I had a chance to help my team get a victory, and we came up short, and it's tough, but, I didn't see worse moments. So, like I said, those 2 missed free throws kind of embodied the whole performance. For me, was lackluster. I had a chance to bring it home for us, give us a lead. Didn't happen, but you wear it. You don't want to run from it, and you get better for the next one.
Obviously, you seem pretty down with the way you played tonight. Beyond the free throws, where did you think you were lacking?
Just inefficient. Just didn't assert myself into the game. Was kind of just waiting around for, the game to kind of come to you. And at points, I'm one of the players that can just be aggressive and, take control of the game. I kind of didn't do that, and I wasn't efficient tonight. I had a couple turnovers that I could took back, and overall just a lackluster performance. I could have played a lot better. It wasn't anything. I mean, give credit to New York. I think they came out and played hard, but it just wasn't a version of Jaylen that I know I could be.
It looked like Julius Randle said something to you after you missed the free throws. What was the exchange there?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what Julius said. I'm sure he was happy to get a win.
What changed for you guys over those final 8 or 9 minutes of regulation and the beginning overtime when you did kind of flip the script on the way the rest of the game had gone?
We just started getting stops, and I think started getting stops on defense. The crowd got into the game. JT had a hell of a performance down the stretch, and allowed us to get back into a game. And we came up short at the end, but great way to fight back into it. The other 3 quarters of basketball or so, 3.5 quarters, we kind of didn't play to our standard. We had a good start, but outside of that, the energy was a little bit low. So those are things that we just got to come out and play and not take the game for granted.
And to spin ahead a little bit, you guys have the Lakers and LeBron here on Saturday. You obviously had a couple showdowns with them in the playoffs your first couple years in the league. How much did those experiences for you, for Marcus, for Jason, kind of help you guys get to the place you got to last year and where you're trying to go this year?
I think that experience is the best teacher. Early on, being able to be thrown into, high intense moments, where everybody's watching against some of the best players in the world, have kind of led to, cultivate the experiences that we get to see now. The growth, the amount of basketball maturity, how to win games, all of that, comes into play. So it should be fun playing against one of arguably the greatest player of all time, in LeBron James.
Jaylen, Joe mentioned that you took the last game off just because of the heavy workloads in the previous 3 games. I guess, how are you just feeling, or what goes into kind of managing the adductor tightness that you've been feeling?
Just trusting the medical staff, just being the better, just taking care of my body, et cetera. Just coming off a injury or whatever, but just trusting the medical staff and trusting the process. Trying to remain healthy for the remainder of the season, especially going into the playoffs.
Yeah, in addition to that, Joe said you were feeling some soreness. Is that right? Were you feeling anything with the adductor?
Yeah, a little bit. And then on the back-to-back, I think it was more concern with, just making sure you're not putting yourself at risk to re-injure anything. But I've had worse injuries that I've played through, so I'm not too concerned with it, but also you want to be smart and make the right decision. So our medical staff made the call on that one.
And then Jaylen, pregame All-Star starters were announced. I know you've told us, you are an All-Star in your mind, but is there any disappointment there to not be a starter?
Any
disappointment not being named as a starter?
Nah, none whatsoever. Obviously, it's an honor to represent your organization, your family, and the people who've supported you through the highs and lows, like moments like these. So to be able to, participate and stuff like that, is really for that community, and that's really all I have to say about it.
Presented by your New England Ford dealers. Built for America. Built Ford proud.